I'm just sitting here pondering how many of the world's problems could be solved by direct communication. Like, say we have a problem with someone or a group of someone's or something. If we just kind of went to that person or the group or the person that owned that thing that we have a problem with and just said, like, hey, I'm kind of feeling this, and what should I do about it? Um, I'm needing this. I'm needing something different. Um, I'm just curious, like, what makes people passive aggressive and unable to directly communicate their feelings, opinions, thoughts, and needs to other people? And I think it's really basic stuff. The girls and I are in family therapy, and we've had different therapists over the years. And I remember one of them saying, like, encouraging the girls, young girls. These are young, starting at 4 and 5, they started in individual therapy. And one of their therapists said, they need to work on their I feel and I need statements. And I feel like these childhood concepts, especially in mental health, apply to every age of adult as well, because a lot of us did not learn these really basic, tenets of effective communication and healthy relationships and stuff like that. So I just wonder if we could just be direct with people. Is that possible? Can we do that together? Like, we just be direct with other humans and just say, like, oh no, like, I saw something or heard something I didn't like, and it kind of makes me feel like a little unstable, or I'm like uncomfortable, or, I'm upset about it. Like, what do I do? Like, if somebody hurts my kid, a lot of times the girls will just come up to me. They don't have the courage right now to say something, in that moment to that child. And so they'll come up to me, and I'll just kind of go up to the parent and be like, okay, well, your child was like a little bit nibbling on my child. What should we do? And I had a parent today that happened, and the parent's just like, well, yeah, I want a human child, not a goat child. So I'm going to go talk to her about that. Like, if we could just kind of be direct with people, if we don't like something, like somebody's going to like hurt your property or says something that makes you feel uncomfortable, I think, could we just like maybe like get together on this and just get some like courage together and like do this with each other and just be direct in our communication and communicating our needs. I love the concept of nonviolent communication. It's a fabulous book series authored by Marshall Rosenberg, and he was the first to pioneer what he calls nonviolent communication. And I believe there are like centers around the world that like teach this and talk about, being a diplomatic human and seeking, to resolve problems in this manner. And I think there's multiple steps. I encourage you to read on it, and I should read it again because it's really good stuff and I need to grow and learn all the time. I think the first thing you do is you like pause, because oftentimes our first reaction, like our guttural reaction or response, right away, or the first thing that we're thinking is often like not correct. We need to really like pause and like think, like, what should I say? How would the best way to go about this be, to preserve relationships and, create a good, enjoyable atmosphere for all. And then you kind of follow with like just nonviolent communication and stating your needs and how you feel and listening to the other person and their needs and how they feel and saying, like, okay, well, where's our common ground? Where can we moderately meet each other? Especially if we're on opposing sides, like, what's the resolution? What compromise can we come to be there for each other and say, like, hey, we want to coexist. Like, how do we do this whole coexist thing? I don't know if you have any suggestions, or if you're on any type of journey like I am, learning it at 37 years old, very old. I I'm open to suggestions and heavily love learning and learning from different opinions. So I'm very interested in what you have to say about this whole direct communication thing. And, correct me if I'm wrong. I think we could solve a lot of problems, a lot of world problems, and have a lot of people come together in unity if we just really directly and like efficiently and poignantly and quickly get to our point, non-emotionally, and seek, conflict resolution and seek common ground more often.